Hi, this is Ryan Binkley. Welcome to The Way to Freedom. As we're talking about border security and immigration, and I'm here with my great friend, Jaco Booyens. Jaco, welcome.
Thank you.
I want to talk real quickly about something you told me about just a few weeks ago, and that's CBP-1 and the catastrophe it is allowing people to come into our country at a greater rate. Would you tell our viewers about that? What is CBP-1?
Yes, CBP-1, the number one, Center for Border Protection 1, is an app, Ryan, that you get on the App Store. iOS, Android, but it's not for us as Americans, it's for migrants. So they download this app, and it's an app to faster process them into the United States, but it's a form of government. It's a form of consulate general operations that you would find at a embassy. So you apply for asylum at a U.S. embassy, that goes through a consulate general office, according to the Constitution of the United States, which passed Congress. Immigration law has to pass Congress. CBP-1 didn't pass Congress. So it's a pseudo-immigration system on an app. Asylum is granted while that migrant is still in Mexico coming. You have to ask, why does CBP-1 exist? It is the Haitian crisis under the bridge of 20 to 30,000 Haitians sitting in human feces, the public spectacle of Joe Biden's campaign. They said, this is not going to happen again. We're going to process them in Mexico and bring them across legal ports of entry. But it's not a legal entry, Ryan. Just because you say something's legal, it didn't go through Congress. The House didn't vote on Senate, but yet they're even now issuing at times Social Security numbers with work authorization based on discretion of DHS. And so you're talking about a complete separate system from the U.S. Constitution. The laws we have on the books for immigration, be it they need reform. Our laws are not perfect, okay, for immigration. But you can't run a pseudo system where you don't vet who the person is, you don't know who's coming in, you don't know if there's a prior record, there's no DNA testing. It's an app. You apply on an app, and now quasi you came in legally. And remember, 4, 5, 7, 10 years in the future, when someone looks back, they always ask, well, when you came the first time, did you enter legally?
Well, this is a big question. I think it's part of the job of everyone working in the immigration system is to look somebody in the eye, be able to speak to them in language. Tell me your story. Why do you feel like you need asylum?
Correct.
Tell me about the danger your family's in.
100%.
Tell me about the risk that happened to your family, the corruption in government that has that. Now they can just do whatever they want to via an app without actually having to have any sort of interaction. So they can say what they want. And what you're saying is they can get approved on that app.
Yes.
Then they can walk in. What do? Go to the border and just flash their smartphone?
I actually went into Piedras Negras. I walked over with them. I had my American passport. I was stopped four times as an American citizen. They were stopped twice. They show an app and they walk into the United States. And it's considered a legal entry, but it's not. Something's not legal just because you say it's legal. Even if you're the president of the United States, you can't run a country that way. And so this is diabolical, Ryan. The problem is it's an agenda and a motive, and by all means to let people in. The problem we're going to face in the future with Republican in office is those are considered legal entry. Now someone is going to defend that in the court of law.
Right.
If we ever see immigration court again. Remember, I had to have a written and verbal English exam. I had to write an exam on American history, the branches of government. I had to swear an allegiance to this nation. I had to swear to assimilate and become American. Nobody's talking about this. No one is asking anybody that's crossing the border as we speak to become American. What does that mean? The American way of life. In God we trust. One nation under God. We are the philanthropists of the world. We are the ones who are going to take care of the homeless and the broken, the widow and the orphan. So now you come in with who knows what values, without any requirement of being a contributor. I was even asked, Ryan, will you contribute to society to become an American citizen? Will you employ Americans? They even asked me one of my questions, will you be a drain on the American taxpayer? And I had to answer no. I had to prove that I wouldn't be, right? That's our law on the books today, Ryan.
So these people coming in, they're obviously seeking asylum primarily through this, but now they don't have to go through the normal hurdles. I assume, are they giving a date to come back and show up in court, or is this just allowing the floodgates? And what I think is likely happening here is that the Biden administration is able to say, wow, they're not crossing illegally.
Correct.
So these are not illegal crossings. These are true asylum seekers.
That's the purpose of CBP-1.
They're shifting all the numbers down.
So none of your numbers
Okay.
you're seeing today of illegal crossings, of apprehensions are
They don't include
accurate
these numbers.
because they're crossing over the legal bridge through the turnstile. That doesn't make it a legal entry. It's a pseudo immigration system that is unconstitutional, 100%.
Well, I think this is all part of the plan that the Biden administration has, is to bring as many people over as they can, regardless, illegal, legal, asylum, fake passport, whatever it may be, just to get them here for some reason, really bringing in, I believe this, the destruction of our country in so many ways. When you fall into debt the way we are, when you decay our country morally the way we have, and then when you don't allow there to be a border that's actually secure here in the United States, we're actually breaking the foundation of what we really stand for. That's why we're running. That's why we're doing this, to restore freedom, restore security to the United States of America. Thank you. Thank you, Yaku.
Thanks, Ryan.